Hi, everyone. Welcome to the second hour of our Thursday night open house virtual session. My name is Corey Spring. I am the Interim Assistant Director of Enrollment Services. I thank you for joining us tonight. This is a presentation on resources for adult learners. As a community college, we are here to support all students from all backgrounds, and adult learners is just one of our big populations that we do serve here at Rockland Community College. So especially in the time of COVID, adults are going through a lot. I can say that I myself am going through a lot. Some people have, they have kids at home, they've become teachers, they may have lost a job, or a family member has lost a job, they may have gotten sick. So there's a lot to go on. And so maybe putting your education first is not your priority, but we want to make sure at RCC, we want to help you make that a priority and get you started on that educational track and reach your goals and get you on your career path so that you can start now. And when you get back out there and everything is back to the new normal, you are ready and you have your degree and you're ready and set to go. So we want to make sure that you have the resources and you understand the resources that are available to you here at RCC. So to help me share what those resources are, I have representatives from different areas here at RCC, 5 wonderful women with me today to help share what they have in store for you. So I have Tiara Hall-Edward from the Connection Center here at RCC. I have Inez Rivera from Mental Health Counseling. I have Pam Gersheimer from the Academic Success Center and Tutoring Center. I have Andrea Bogan from the Child Care Center here on RCC. And I have Renee Salveson from Financial Aid. So we're here to talk about, what we have available to you. So on that note, I had mentioned, a lot of our students may be parents. They may be single parents. They may have children who are in school or children that are that are only infants or 3 years old. So what services do we have available to our students? So Tiara, can you tell us what the Connection Center has available for maybe some of our parents who are students?
No problem. Hi, everyone. I'm Tiara Hall-Edward, interim coordinator for the Connection Center. So just to kind of start us off, what we do specifically is connect students and their families to off-campus and on-campus resources. Given the circumstances, it's a lot of the community resources off-campus, but we do want to remind students that we can still offer them on-campus services. We do have a Growing Together grant, which is a family empowerment grant. And what that does is really see and guide the single parent student through their time at RCC. And with different sort of resources like assistance from grocery stores, gas stations, anything that could help them, right? Because during this time, they may need to go drop off their children. They may need to still get to work if they're an essential worker. So we want to make sure that they have everything they need so that they're not struggling through school, so that we can just give them all the support that they need. They can also receive intensive advisement in career and transfer advising. Sorry, it's been a long day. I'm chugging along here, but so they can receive all these sorts of resources. And once again, it's confidential and it's free. I think that's important to say. This is not something that we are charging the student for. This is confidential. This is not something that's on your record. So I just wanted to make that clear as well. And it's absolutely free. It's nothing coming out of the student's pocket. So that's what we have specifically for our single parent students. That grant is something that we have. And there's also workshops as well as childcare resources. And workshops could be anything from time management, which I know a lot of parents struggle with, It could be domestic violence. We've had cases, where students are maybe afraid to speak up, and once again, it is confidential. And anything else, we take polls as well. So we want to hear from the student. What's helpful for you as a parent, and what can help you through school? So that's something that we have for our single parent students. Corey, did you want me to talk about more of our resources, or should I just come back to that?
I'll come back to that. Thank you so much. So Andrea, can you tell us a bit more about, our on-campus childcare center, which is a fantastic resource for our students?
Sure. Campus Fun and Learn is a nationally accredited early childhood program. We serve RCC student parents, we serve faculty, staff, and we're also open to the community. In terms of our student parent population, our goal is really to take this dual approach to education, where we allow student parents to pursue a higher education, but while having the peace of mind of knowing that their children are also receiving a high quality early childhood education.
Great. Can you tell, so do the RCC students get a discount? What is available to RCC students?
Sure, we actually have several grants to help student parents subsidize childcare and make it extremely affordable to have their children in the program and attend RCC. We have several grants. One is the Growing Together grant that was mentioned before, that is specifically geared towards single parents. We have a SUNY block grant that's open for income eligible parents to receive childcare while they're taking classes online or in person. And we have a C Campus grant that is available for Pell eligible student parents, which not only covers childcare while they're taking classes, but it also allots for extra time for some of those other support services student parents may need, whether it's tutoring or study time. So we definitely have several options available to subsidize childcare, as well as if for any reason you're not eligible for those particular subsidies, we always offer a 10% discount to any student parent at RCC.
That's great. That's really great. So I know a lot of our classes right now are online. Our students are taking all online classes. Can they still, use the daycare center?
Yep. Every single one of our grants, subsidies, or discounts is available, whether they're in person or online.
Perfect. And then I know, some parents are very reluctant to send their children just because of COVID and they're not sure if it's safe. What measures have you guys been taking to make sure you are meeting the guidelines for COVID?
Sure. So we are licensed by the Office of Children and Family Services. So before COVID, during COVID, we're following all OCFS regulations. But on top of that, we are following all Department of Health guidance. So before we even reopened this September, in order to follow those all the guidance, we developed a COVID-19 handbook. So now we have a parent handbook and a COVID-19 handbook, but it goes through all of our policies and procedures just to make sure we're following all guidelines. Cleaning and sanitizing routines, temperature checks, the COVID questions that I'm sure everyone's very familiar with at this point. We're trying to create stable and static pods within the program so there's not mixing of children. But I also want to assure parents that if there are any concerns about that, they can always call or email me. I can send them the COVID handbook. So even before they think about registering their child, if they have questions or concerns, I'd be happy to provide them with all of those policies and answer any of their questions. I understand their concerns. We are definitely following all the regulations. Our first concern is to make sure that everyone's safe, families, children, staff.
Wonderful. Great. Thanks. So, a lot of our students as adults, they may be coming back from being out of school for a really long time. And they may not be, really sharp with their algebra or haven't taken a math class in a long time or science or anything. Pam, can you tell us a bit more about what resources are available to our students, all students, through the Academic Success Centers? Oh, you're on mute.
I hate when people do that. No, I won't. Tutoring at RCC is free. It's an absolutely wonderful resource that the college offers that many other schools do not offer at all to the extent that we do. We have tutoring available for just about any course at RCC. You just have to be enrolled in an RCC class to receive that tutoring. And we really are here to help you succeed. For students who are returning to school, often to build their confidence, they come in and practice with us. People don't have to come in only if they're not doing well in their course. This is a time to build your study skills, to get advice from tutors, and to, again, just practice and be confident in what you're doing. We do have professors that do volunteer their time here, which is wonderful. So you may even see your professor here. The other tutors come from various backgrounds also. We have professionals that are working in the field that they are tutoring in. We have students who are peer tutors. And we supplement that sometimes with even volunteers, people who have retired from various engineers and various areas of work, and they come in to assist the students. And we encourage students to just meet all the different tutors and try out the different models that we have and see what works best for them and what they're most comfortable with. One thing that we definitely try to provide, and the college is dedicated to, is we have tutoring every day. It's really available right now 24/7. So when people have different work schedules and different childcare needs and things like, that might not enable them to come in during the 9 to 5 hours, we try to make tutoring available. The tutoring center, we're open from 10 to 7 every day, and we supplement that with 2 other consortiums. One is called Star New York. That's a group of SUNY colleges that provides tutoring 7 p.m. to midnight, Sundays through Thursdays. So people can log in there and get the assistance they need after we might not have tutors available. And then the other company that we work with is called Thinking Storm, and they're actually available 24/7. So they will supplement the needs of our students as well, in terms of especially the times and the weekends that we might not have our tutors available.
That's great.
Yeah.
Everything's free.
Everything is free. Yes, it's just a wonderful resource that the college is dedicated to provide our students to help them succeed.
I should take advantage of that to learn some Singapore math to help my own child.
Oh, okay.
Outside of just the academics, it's like going back to school in the middle of a pandemic is just, it's a lot, handling everything. And it can cause a lot of, anxiety and a lot of, you might just be even more reluctant to, come back. So Inez, can you tell us more about, what resources are there to help students like just make it through everything?
Yeah, so counseling. Counseling is another resource that's offered at RCC. And the goal of counseling at RCC is to help you get through. Be successful, feel good about the direction that you're going in. Counseling is also free and confidential, which is important to say. It's very easy to access as well. A simple email to counseling@sunyrockland.edu gets you connected with one of the counselors. And we are licensed mental health counselors, and we are working Despite the fact that we are in this remote environment, we are meeting with students. We meet with students over the phone. We meet with students through the Zoom format. So we are available to students. And one of the things I will say is that while returning to school and wanting to seek one's academic goals is very exciting, it can also be very anxiety producing, particularly for the adult learner. Coming back to something you haven't been doing for a while may stir up a lot of insecurities, may stir up all kinds of feelings that you had in the past about learning and being in school. School is a wonderful thing, but not everybody has a great history with it. And so we want to help people feel more confident. And one of the things I can speak to as a classroom professor as well is that adult learners bring wonderful, wonderful experiences and life observations to the classroom. You may be sitting with this feeling of, oh my goodness, I don't know if I can be good at this, but I can tell you that as a professor, what you bring to the classroom and your engagement with other students who may be more traditional age students is a very exciting thing. And so I want to offer this pitch because I want you to feel excited about what you bring to this experience. That being said, I will also tell you that as a mental health professional, I know that college students, 1/3 of them deal with depression and anxiety. And oftentimes it's something that maybe was not dealt with before. And so being in a new environment that will challenge you in all kinds of directions may bring up some of these issues. We are here to help you with that. We're here to help you find a safe, private space where you can talk about these issues and where we can address issues related to the academic environment, things, issues that you may be grappling with at home. I often meet with adult students who feel the challenge of balancing school, home life, work, all of these components, and feeling sometimes guilty about the fact that they may have to make some adjustments to the way they've organized their lives. And so we're here to help you with that. It's very, as I mentioned, it's very easy to make an appointment. There is a point person with each of the academic schools at the college. So there is a counselor that works with each of the schools. So each of the areas of study that you may be engaged in will have a point person. In addition to speaking directly one-on-one with a counselor, we also offer workshops on stress reduction, workshops on developing healthy relationships, understanding abuse and domestic violence, and topics like this are topics that we often address in workshops that we offer in the classroom and in other kinds of venues. We also refer to the community when needed. And sometimes that is what would best help a student, so we're able to do that. And in addition to offering services in English, we have the availability, the opportunity to offer services in Spanish as well. So we can support students in many ways. And whatever needs you have, we would like to try and help you address that.
Thank you. That's great to give your perspective as a professor as well. Because I know that's another anxiety a lot of students have, is like, oh, I'm the oldest in the room, I can't keep up with these young ones. So I think that's a great perspective. Now, other than just all of that, there's also the financial aspect of coming back to college. And so what can adults qualify for financial aid? Can they still apply even though they've been out of school for so long? Renee, can you help us out with that?
Yeah. Hi. Yes. Yes. Adults can still apply for financial aid even if they're first time or if they're returning and been out of school for a while. They absolutely can. Always your first step is to fill out a FAFSA application at FAFSA.gov, which I'll put up. and start from there. Fill out the FAFSA application, fill out the TAP application, and we can work from there to see if they're eligible to receive aid.
Great. Now, FAFSA, some people may just, back away when they hear that name. Is there any resources on campus that will help them to fill out the FAFSA form?
Yes. So we actually set up, well, we have two. One in our office, we actually have a mini lab where students can come in and get help. But right now, during the pandemic, we actually launched a virtual mini lab. So students can go on to email FAFSA_help, which I'll put up in the chat, and they can set up an appointment, and we will actually help them fill out their FAFSA applications.
That's great.
Yeah,
now,
it's been really great.
And so a lot of times as an adult learner, you can't be full-time. You can't carry a 12 credit load. Can students still qualify for financial aid if they're part-time?
Yes, they can. Depending on their eligibility, you can qualify for financial aid if you're part-time, 3/4 time, full-time. You can also apply for New York's aid for part-time study, New York State aid. I know right now the state, as it hadn't been offering the part-time aid, but in the springtime, they might start again to offer the part-time state aid. But you can still qualify at part-time for federal aid.
Great, thank you. Now, if let's say I don't qualify for financial aid, as maxed out, or I'm not a U.S. citizen or permanent resident. What other resources are available to students for financial to help their, afford the tuition here at the college?
Well, there are outside scholarships that we can connect them to if they're not a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident, where we can help connect them to some sites where they can apply for scholarships. There's also in-house scholarships that we do offer. Those come out for continuing students in February. For new students, I believe they launch in June or May, I believe, and they can apply for those. They get information about the scholarships in their RCC email.
Great. Now, Tiara, if there's, if it's outside of tuition, what resources does the college have to help pay for just life incidentals and such?
So we do have the emergency fund that students are able to apply online. And it's really a one-stop gap measure to help students get through this difficult time. So if you've been impacted by COVID in some way, whether that's unemployment, you need to pay those bills, your phone is being cut off because the bill isn't paid, you may need groceries, just different resources that you may need. You may need the money now, really why it's called an emergency fund. So it's really for students who are currently impacted by COVID. And that doesn't mean really that, if you're still employed or you're still an essential worker, but you're taking care of your family, then you still qualify, right? You just need to be an active student during the semester that you're applying. And then we will award you up to $500. So that's really how it works. And it doesn't seem like much at the time, but a little bit goes a long way sometimes. And I know with just this difficult time, it's hard for students. We've had a lot of cases in which students, just need money for food. They need money just to pay that one bill so that they don't, it doesn't get put into collections and, that process, that whole mess. They're taking care of their families right now. There's a lot of students who are the sole caretaker right now. And that puts a lot of pressure. And a lot of people have their work hours cut. Even being an essential worker, your hours can be cut in some way, shape, or form. So that really takes a toll on the student as well. So this fund is really for students who've been impacted by that and just need, a little help. So that's something that's on the RCC website. I can put in the chat the link if you'd like to the emergency fund so you're not going through hoops. But that's really what's available right now. We, we hope to help more students. We've helped over 100 students. So that just tells you, you know, how much there is a need. And I'm trying to think of something else. There's also food pantry resources. And I know Corey didn't really ask this specifically, but when it comes to groceries and things like that, we do have food pantry resources. That's something that you can ask for virtually. I will put everything in the chat as far as our emails and our phone numbers. So if you ever need information about just where do I get food? Do I want hot food? Do I just want groceries? And most places right now are contactless or they're doing curbside. So we are also doing curbside Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and Thursdays, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. And once again, you just need a mask and you need your student ID, and you can get a bag of groceries per week. So that's something that's ongoing until December 17th. And then we'll see how it looks for the spring semester. But if you need additional resources, we are definitely here to help you. In health insurance, legal resources, anything like that. I know all of these things can be very costly, but there are resources out there, there are options that can really help you out in a pinch, that can help you out long-term as well while you're attending RCC. So really the main goal of the Connection Center is really to keep our students here, right? And instead of, you know, all these personal issues and non-academic hurdles that you're going through, it doesn't have to mean that you're dropping out. It doesn't have to mean, hey, I need to take a break. I don't know when I'll come back, right? We want you to stay here, and we want to give you the resources and give you the support and lend a hand in any way we can to help you graduate, to help you get to where you want to go.
That's great. So it really does sound like we have some fantastic resources for our adult learners here at RCC. I definitely want to reiterate, you know, some people may think they can't start their education. There's just too much going on. But I really think, you know, and they want to wait until COVID's done. But I think you need to start now if you can. And we have the resources to help you. That way, once, you know, we are past this hump and we are in the new normal, you are prepared to get out there and get started, and you have your education already done. So we are trying our best at RCC to provide you with the support and the resources you need to succeed and get on your career path. We are here to help you achieve your goals. And all the people that are on this call today are here to help you. They were just some of the few that are on this campus. And they are, you know, they're here for you. They're definitely, you know, that's why we're here. We're here to help our students succeed. Does anyone have anything else that they wanted to add to this wonderful presentation? No, they're all silent. All right, good. So I want to thank everyone for joining us today. Again, you can visit us and apply to the college. We are open for spring semester right now. We are accepting applications up until January 23rd. And registration started today for new students. And we are also open for fall semester right now. Applications are open for that. So start applying now, get ahead. Make sure you have all your documents in and everything set up for you to start your career, got your FAFSA in and everything, and that way you get your best schedule. And so please visit us at www.sunyrockland.edu. You can also email admissions@sunyrockland.edu with any questions you might have. On Saturday, we have our final day of open house. Our virtual open house week ends this Saturday. We have enrollment management and student affairs, which is pretty much everyone that you've seen today, plus many others. And they are here to answer any questions you might have. It's an open Q&A on a Zoom. So you can find out more about that on our website. And I have the link, I thought. But You can find it on the front page of our website if you go to open house. It's up right on the top. And be sure to register there to make sure you can, attend our Saturday session. But I want to thank everyone tonight for participating and sharing their knowledge and resources with our students. And on that note, have a wonderful night and thank you.